Hello everyone, thanks for coming back to the channel. The name of this video is Respondent.io Make More Money with These Tips. Keep watching and I'll give you my thoughts after the break. If you've watched my previous video, Respondent.io review, you'll know that Respondent.io is a legitimate website where you can earn money for participating in market research studies for companies. You will be paid 8 to 10 days via PayPal after you've participated in the study. Your participation consists of speaking to somebody via webcam, or maybe an in-person meeting. And I talked about that in last week's video. So if you haven't seen that, there's a card above. Click on that and watch that first and then come back here. Now in this video I'm just going to discuss 3 quick tips that will help you earn more money on Respondent.io. So the first one is to focus on your area. The traction, or I've been accepted into studies for studies that are based in London, UK, or need participants in London, UK. I'm based in London, UK, so that's where I've been accepted in the most studies. So have a focus on your area. Whenever you see anything come up for your city, respond quickly. That's moving on to the second tip. The second tip is to be very responsive. First of all, be very responsive when you get the email. So let's come up here. I'm not sure. So this is a type of email that I've received from Respondent.io inviting me to do screening questions for a study. Be quick when you respond to that, because they may be asking quite a lot of people in a bid to get a number of credible candidates. So they might ask 50 and only need 20. So if you leave it too long, you may be out of the loop. So respond to the email about new study soon. Also, when you see the studies listed in your on your home page, take the screening questions. If the study is relevant, take the screening questions as quickly as possible, because there will come a time when they've got enough people who've taken the screening questions and the studies will no longer be available. So don't think they're going to be available forever. If you see them come up and you have time within your schedule, take the screening questions and then see if you're qualified. It will give you a percentage. I talked about that in the previous video, so I won't go back over that. See if you've qualified and then take it from there. It's over to the researcher. So be responsive in terms of responding to the emails and also taking the studies when they're on your home page. The third tip is relates to the actual studies themselves, the conversations that you have with the market researchers. Try to be as expansive as possible, so not just yes, no answers, short answers. Try and be also original. My objective with this is I want the market researcher to think, wow, I interviewed 10, 15, 20 people, but Mike was the only one that covered these points or made these additional suggestions. Be proactive. Don't just answer the questions that you're asked. Try and think more around the subject and try and be as original and unique, without being strange when you're answering these questions. The better answers you can give, and when I say better, I mean more imaginative and rare answers that you can give. It must help you when it comes to being assessed by the researcher, who will then feed back to the company that you did particularly well in the study and you gave some insights that weren't given by other participants. That has got to help, and it's got to help build your reputation on Respondent.io, which will lead to more invitations to do studies, and that will lead to more money. So those are 3 quick tips, just following up from the video I made last week about Respondent.io. I had quite a lot of early interest and people sending me messages about it, so I just thought I'd put these tips in a separate video, because last week's video was already 11 minutes and it would have been even longer if I'd added these tips in. So I hope you find this useful. If you've liked this video, please give me a like, click on my face to subscribe, and click on one of the 2 screenshots to watch another video. I look forward to speaking to you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.